Tonight, we're celebrating the 35th anniversary of the Hall of Fame. That means that tonight we're gathered together to thank the people who worked tirelessly to create a great future for California home building. It's also a night to show our support for the students who have their sights set on joining us. The Hall of Fame is presented by the California Home Building Foundation. We are the industry's only nonprofit dedicated to creating a bright future for California home building by introducing high school students to construction training programs, providing college scholarships to young men and women studying in fields that lead to careers in our industry, and by providing research to support the direction of the industry's future.
We start tonight's celebration by welcoming 4 remarkable honorees. Like the men and women who have preceded them in the Hall of Fame, each of tonight's honorees has a story which is unique to his or her time and circumstances, enriching our industry through innovation, sheer determination, and a generosity of spirit that has changed other people's lives for the better.
Please join me in congratulating the Hall of Fame class of 2019. Tonight, we're honoring the careers and contributions of 4 people who represent our industry at its very best, all united in their efforts to make a difference in their organizations, in our industry, and in the communities they serve. Each honoree represents a lifetime of achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to present our tribute to the 2019 Hall of Fame honorees.
Wow, I really don't know what was more amazing, the Eagles winning that Super Bowl or this award. I'm truly honored, but I'm telling you, that was a big win. That was a big win. Both were long shots, but both are much appreciated. I want to congratulate my fellow inductees, Joan, Cheryl, and Tom. You've all had great careers, and it's an honor to join you tonight. I'd also like to thank the CHF, Terry Brunson and Aaron. Terry for keeping me organized, no easy feat. And Aaron who put the video together, and he is truly a magician. It was an ugly session, but he put it together. He did a great job. I'd also like to thank Bill and Dawn Davidson for nominating me. I can't see where she is, but Dawn, part of this award is yours because you are one of the group of fabulous interior designers, architects, and landscape architects who have taken our homes to a new level. We wouldn't be there without you. And Bill, well, Bill is a builder's builder, and I have been walking Bill's homes for 25 years. And I know I have borrowed more than 1 or 2 ideas over the years. Of course, I'd be nowhere without my Karen. We've been married 35 years, and seems like 20, it's been 35 years, and I'd be lost without her. Quick story. Those of you who know Karen and me know that she's the brains of the operation. She's a Yale grad, MBA, corporate finance guru. When Bob Toll finally decided he was ready to start up, to expand to the West, we met at the Builders Show in Las Vegas, and he insisted on Karen joining us. Frankly, as the afternoon went on, it became kind of awkward because it became clear that he was interviewing her. And not only was he interviewing her, she was knocking it out of the park. It was actually fairly irritating to me. Years later, I asked Bob about this, and he confirmed he really did want to hire her, but she was just too expensive. So Karen, I want to thank you for making me look like a bargain, because if you had been a little less expensive, I probably wouldn't be here tonight. But tonight is really about the Toll team and the Toll legacy. This is what I'm most proud of. A number of them are seated over here. A few of them are my era, Rick Nelson, Bob Moore, and Karen Ward. who have all been with Toll for over 20 years and are a big reason we are where we are today. But most of the folks over there are in their 20s and 30s. They have raised the bar. I could tick off the communities: Baker Ranch, Hidden Canyon, Orchard Hills, Altair, Metro Crossings. They have not only raised the bar, but in my opinion, created a little space between us and the competition in the luxury sphere. They've done fabulous, and they are ready to step up to be the next generation of leadership in our industry. I've never been more optimistic about the future of Toll and the future of our industry. You guys are great. Like many of you, I've had my ups and downs over the years, my business successes and failures, quite a few life lessons. But I've had some great mentors, including a crazy old Dutchman named Werner, which some of you have been around for a while, Larry possibly, will remember the accent. He basically lived in my ear for 15 years. Our CEO, Doug Yearley, and of course, Bob Toll. But there were also a number of Hall of Famers, Ray Watt, Ralph Lewis, who took the time 25 years ago to help a young man in his 30s learn the ropes in California. So I try to pass along some of their wisdom and some of the wisdom that life has provided me. Number one, have a passion for your work. Find something you love to do and it won't be work. Don't over-leverage. A good balance sheet allows you to sleep at night and make rational decisions. Never fall in love with the land. A bad land deal can take years to overcome. Trust me, I've been there. And finally, persistence. Grind it out and never give up. This is the most important lesson I've learned. There is no overnight success or easy road to riches in our business. Whatever success I've had over the years has come from hard work and sticking with it. Hopefully, I've been able to set an example for my teams. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, what an amazing evening. I'm honored and humbled to stand alongside three industry leaders and friends, Jim, Joan, and Cheryl, and receive this recognition from the California Homebuilding Foundation. This has always been an incredible event, thanks to the CBIA and its leadership team. We know that this group works tirelessly every day on our behalf to make this industry strong and relevant. Thank you. You know, thinking about it, this acknowledgement really has allowed me to pause and reflect on the many memories and milestones that have highlighted my career. From literally starting in the trenches, pulling permits, endless HOA meetings, product charrettes and frame walks, to site tours, acquisition pro formas, bank meetings, new home orientations, and market changes, to business plans, investor meetings, and earnings calls. Through it all, one thing consistently stands out: the quality of the people and relationships that have played a significant part of making my career just simply awesome. I believe this business is all about making a difference and helping people. I've been blessed with relationships that have guided, mentored, and supported me on every step of this amazing journey. I'm so thankful for all the incredible people in this industry and the shared passion to make life better. None of this is possible without each small contribution from all of us. Thank you for allowing me to play my small part. As you know, TriPoint Group is an unlikely story. From the start, my two business partners, Doug Bauer and Mike Grubbs, and I believed we were in the life-changing business and built a company to do just that. 10 years ago, we established a vision, a mission, and many goals. I'm so proud of what we have achieved and become. Thank you both for all you do to make TriPoint great and for over 30 years of friendship. I love you guys. To the rest of our Tri-Point team, what we have already done is amazing, but I'm even more excited about the things you are doing now and will be doing in the years to come. Thank you for creating environments to think, renew, and inspire. Thank you for taking our vision and mission, expanding it, and making it your own. And most importantly, thank you for being difference makers and for changing lives. Of course, this journey would not have been possible without my family. You saw in the video, family is huge, and it's been a tremendous, wonderful gift, and they've given me great strength and joy. Thank you to my girls for loving me and wanting to share life with me. My four daughters, Natalie, Ashley, Emily, and Hallie, you continue to inspire me, and I'm so proud of the young women you have become. And to my wife, Kelly, from the time we were 12 years old, you have pointed me in the right direction and encouraged me to be the best I can be. Your love, sacrifice, and partnership are what marriage and family are all about. Thank you for purpose in my life and for being my best friend. I love you, and I share this honor with you. In closing, I really am filled with gratitude, and I want to challenge all of us to continue the pursuit of being difference makers and positively changing lives. Thank you so much.
A few things to clarify. One, I'm not that bossy with my husband, Larry. And two, Larry actually really loves Charlie, that golden doodle puppy. Okay. Congratulations, of course, to Jim, Tom, and Cheryl. I'm so humbled to be a part of this class and to stand with you. And Tom, we may have a first in Hall of Fame history. We are two classmates from CDM's class of '78, and we're being installed tonight. I think that might be a first. I never dreamed that my career in home building would bring me to this stage. I'm honored to be here and grateful to the foundation, to Colleen Edwards, and my colleagues that believed my body of work was worthy and who are really responsible for my induction. Don Davidson, John Martin, Tom Veal, Mike Woodley, Kevin Carson, Joe Davis, Megan Eltringham, and Larry Webb. Thank you. You've heard this name a lot this evening, but she's well worth all of it. I'd like to thank Terry Brunson for her dedication and commitment to the foundation and her entire team, and for also the amazing job she does in guiding us inductees through this process. The next few minutes are going to feel like one big shout out, but I honestly would not have my career if not for so many friends that are in the room tonight, and I need to share this honor with all of them. So bear with me. Bert Silva, if you're back in the room, I guess our start in this industry with the Stewart family served us well, and I'm very honored to be in the Hall of Fame with you. And Lisa Stewart, thank you again. I could still be at what was McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, if you hadn't called me. I have two team members here that go back with me to the Signature Homes Paradise Interiors days. Carrie Deal, you were 18 when I met you. Carol Malone, you weren't a Malone yet. We have been together for 30 years, and you both have had amazing careers in the design studio. Thank you for everything you've given to me and to our home buyers. I love you both. Tom Redwitz, we met at Taylor Woodrow in the mid-90s. The relationships we forged there have lasted a career. There are so many of us that are still together, something you can be very proud of. AJ, Joy, Jose, Jim, Gus, Garvin, Carol, and Carrie. You brought the team back together at Lang Luxury and then once more at the New Home Company. You've been my boss through 3 home builders, and you have taught me more about the right way of designing and building homes than any other person could. I'm forever grateful for you, for your leadership, friendship, and all of those opportunities you gave me. We have Lang, thank you, Tom. We have John Lang alumni with us here tonight, including Wayne Stelmar, Robin Kahneman, Mark Kawanami, and Melanie Andrews. Melanie, I met you when you were 20. We were at Brookfield Homes. We haven't been apart since. Megan Eltringham, when we met at Lang, you were a bright young star that I knew had a big career ahead of you. It has been amazing to watch you grow in this industry, and I'm really proud of what you've accomplished. You are my partner in crime, and I love you and grateful beyond words for all you've done with me. I am also honored to be the 4th New Home Company inductee. I'm following Larry, Joe Davis, and Kevin Carson, all men of integrity and talent. I'm fortunate to have been able to work alongside of you and all of our entire New Home family that's here tonight. Leonard Miller, you joined our party, and I couldn't be happier to work with you as we bring New Home into its next chapter. If I had to point out one accomplishment in reflecting back that I'm most proud of, it's the BIA's Women's Leadership Conference. We just held our 5th conference. We had over 700 people in attendance last month, and we really are making a difference for women in this industry. Thank you, Laura Barber, Lisa Parrish, and Valerie Hardman. You have been with me from the beginning. My advocacy for women in this industry will never stop, I promise. Okay, get ready, because I have a lot of people to thank in this category. I owe a huge debt of gratitude to our family of consultants and partners. Kathy Schwindeman, you are in a class by yourself. You have raised the bar in interior design for our entire industry. Julie and Sarah at CDC, Jenny Bodum at Within Design, the teams at Woodley Architectural Group, Heidi Architects, Bassinian Lagoni, Bob White, and Erica JZMK, along with C2, Land Concern, Brightview, and Summers Murphy. Thank you to you all. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay, Mark Palucci and Daniel Martin of PSM Communication Arts. I cannot properly express my thanks. You're my friends, and you are the best brand makers in the business, and it's because you speak from the heart and create with authenticity. Mike Hoy, if I ever enter politics, which I won't, you will need to leave PSM and be my personal publicist. Joint venture partners are seldom mentioned. There's probably some good reasons for that, but LM Cummings with Hillwood, you are special, my friend. Justin Pope with Wells Fargo, you simply are the best. Dan Hansen, you're a close second. And then there is my gang, my best friends in life that are sitting over there. I love you all, and thank you for being here with me. I'm super proud of my family. My 92-year young mother, Lily, is here tonight. What a role model I have had. Talk about tenacity. And my brother Ron flew in from Honolulu to be here with us. I love you. The most important job I've held, and one thank goodness that I don't think I can get fired or laid off from, is being Natalie and Shayna's mom. Your father made it possible for me to have this career by being an incredible partner and taking on much more than his share. And I'm just so grateful that you both carry much of his spirit in who you are today. I'm really proud of the paths you have taken. Natalie practicing law in Washington, D.C., and Shayna for following your passion as a professional equestrian and photographer. I don't think I could love you more if I tried. Larry Webb, you are the reason I'm standing here. I know you will shake your head and say it isn't true. You are the one that inspired me to do more and give more as my career matured. You encouraged me to get involved and never to stop learning. You are the kind of leader that I aspired to be. Compassionate and competitive, successful, confident, and ridiculously fun to be around. I love you as a marketing legend, which you are and I will never be, and CEO, but most of all, I love you as my husband. When someone asks what I do for a living, I say that I'm a home builder. I say it with great joy, and I have all of you in this room to thank for that. Thank you so much.
Well, I think I'm going to be the fourth wow, and thank you. I'm just humbled, honored to be up here tonight, and really to be able to stand side with Jim, Tom, and Joan is such an amazing honor. And thank you to the foundation, Colleen, Terry. You guys are amazing. So when I think about what we in the home building industry do, nothing could possibly move me more. This responsibility of building community in every sense of the word is not something to shoulder lightly. Sometimes we lose sight of it. Sometimes I lose sight of it. But when I step back and really take it all in, I'm so in love with what we do. What an emotional, powerful opportunity and cause to be part of. I think back when I was in my mid-20s when I bought my first house, and it was an unforgettable time in my life. And that particular home was a linchpin for me and the family. My 1,800 square foot castle is the home where my children met their lifelong best friends, where we spent Friday nights eating Rosati's pizza on the lawn with our neighbors, where my kids lost their first tooth and where they learned to swim. These are just a couple of the precious memories in our first home, and I'm sure all of you have your own, the way our customers have theirs. You know, as much as closings, paces, and margins can so easily consume us, every now and then it's good to stop ourselves and remember that this is so much more than a fleeting transaction. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege to be inspired by the most brilliant mentors, many of whom are here with us tonight. Steve Beinke from Blackhawk and Ron and Shirley Nunn made marks in my career very early on. As I said in the video, they fell for my passion because it certainly wasn't about my knowledge at that point in my career. I talked a really good game, I guess, but I would have never let them down because they believed in me. They gave me the opportunity to work with such wonderfully talented people, some of now my lifelong friends. Bill Pulte, who left me to my own devices, building out one of the first age-restricted country clubs, even though he thought it was the worst idea he had ever heard. God rest his soul, he showed me how important it is to trust your gut and to give your teams the chance to fly, and to hopefully prove you wrong. Ann Mariucci, she gave me my very first job in home building all those years ago, and today serves as a member of the Taylor Morrison board. Speaking of our board, to be surrounded by such amazing, smart, supportive visionaries has really been the icing on the cake of my career. And that notion extends to all of my friends and family at Taylor Morrison. I have so many people here tonight, I just can't believe it. It's hard to list all of you because I can't believe how many are here. And it's hard to put into words what the journey of these last 13 years at such a magnificent organization has meant to me. But if I tried, exhilarating, challenging, gratifying, and life-changing would certainly come to mind. I have the unique pleasure to work alongside our 2,500 team members each and every day, and I've been blessed to share experiences with many of you in the audience tonight, and I so genuinely appreciate the love, the laughter, and the years. But I couldn't possibly be standing here receiving this honor without the sacrifices my family made while I tried to balance motherhood and running a business. To my children, Diane, Lindsay, and Randy, I love you guys so, so very much. I hope that no matter what, you've never doubted that you're always what has been most important to me. The title of Mom and Lala, that's short for Grandma, that you have so graciously given me have always been and always will be the most important titles I'll ever hold. Watching you grow, seeing how different each of you were from the next, gave me the appreciation of what individuality brings to this world. It's been one of the greatest lessons I've brought into my life and my career. I'm so proud of each of you and your loved ones, and so proud to be your mom. To my mom, my dad, and my sister Marla, your unspoken work ethics and approach to life and love have undoubtedly been the best role model and example I could ever ask for. You see, my mother was a successful fashion designer, my 90-year-old mother who's here, designer, and really a woman well before her time. Her desire to compete taught me things I didn't know I was even learning back then. She lived and breathed design in a way we can all aspire to live and breathe our own passions. My father also led a very successful career in retail, but he was truly the best example of a man being so supportive of the whole family, no matter how different I now realize we were, and it's something I have always admired. So many of us have been lifted by the very people sitting in the audience tonight, the way I hope we can continue to lift future generations in our industry. The value structure of building relationships isn't appreciated yet the way it needs to be to reflect the ever-changing needs of our consumers. Our business has never been about providing shelter. We're more than just a commodity. We build communities where people forge bonds with their neighbors, meet their best friends, raise their children and grandchildren, and care for their aging parents. We should all be so honored to play such an important part in this life-changing industry. I know I am, and I thank you so much for this tremendous honor. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us in this celebration for the 35th anniversary of the Hall of Fame and its class of 2019 honorees. Thanks especially to Dan Dunmoyer, our Hall of Fame honorees tonight, their guests and families. We want to extend very special thanks to all of our Hall of Fame sponsors and supporters, and we invite all of you to next year's event right here at the St. Francis. I'll be looking for you then. Thank you and good night.